One of the things I have been reflecting on lately, especially in this week, is how quickly people turn the diagnosis into their identity. And I want you to think about this is some of the things what I noticed in the nursing when I was in Croatia 30 years ago and compared to here in Australia. You know, when they get diagnosed and the doctor gives them prognosis and opinion based on information available at the time. And somehow, without even realizing, many people take that information and turn it into their future. This is what's going to happen. They hold it like it's their script. This is my story now, they say to me. This is how I am now. But I will ask you this, is it? Or is it simply and just an information? Because nobody is saying ignore the reality. I'm not saying to you that. Nobody is saying don't seek a support, treatment, or guidance. Yeah? But what I want you to ask yourself is this. Why would I make my prediction, that prediction, more powerful than your own possibility? Because throughout the history, there have been people who exceeded expectations, healed from it. So people who surprised experts, you hear this all the time. And I've seen this in my life and you can see it in my testimonials. They recovered. Yeah. So people who created outcomes that statistics could not simply explain. What made them different? What made them different? Their mindset. Absolutely their mindset. They didn't build their identity around the diagnosis. They didn't wake up every single day rehearsing the worst case scenarios. Yeah, they focused on their own healing. They focused on the possibilities. And then they focused on what was available rather than what was predicted. Yeah, and I really believe that is really important for you to allow this to happen for you, because what we focus in, that's what it's growing. And not because life is a magical thing, but because your attention shapes your experiences. Your energy follows your attention. Yeah. And if all of your attention goes into the fear, hopelessness, worst case scenarios, rehearsing them in your head, what is going to happen? All your attention goes into where? Negative, instead of healing, the growth, the possibilities, what's available to you. And what is not even available right now, but if you become available for it, the doors will going to come to you. The path is going to open up for you. Yeah? And it will become available. I know that. It will become available if you allow yourself possibilities. And I give you this, my grandfather, when he was in his 80s, he had a stroke. And they said to him that he's going to be paralyzed, blah, blah, blah. He was for maybe like 6 months and things like that. But he was like, I'm not that. I'm going to heal from it. I'm going to move. I'm going to do that. One of the grandmothers, she had both hip replacements over 90. Yeah. And she was not in wheelchair 6 months later. She was walking and doing the fields and doing the work. And this is where I will say to you, the power of the mind. The power of the mind. And some of you need that as a reminder. And I remember from a nursing times in Croatia, some of the doctors, they actually didn't say the diagnosis to a patient. They said it to the family, but didn't say it to the patient. And guess what? That patient, and lived and done things. And it was just like, yep, doctor said I'm fine. And they put that in their head that they're fine. They're absolutely fine. Even though, okay, we're doing this as prevention, things like that. So it was slightly different how they explain things, because the power of the mind. Absolutely power of the mind. So maybe you need that as a reminder for today, for yourself, is like your power of the mind.